All right, 1997 GMC Savana. Mr. Chandler, the neighbor's van. This thing's actually super sweet, man. We were doing a whole bunch of stuff too. There'll be a whole series of videos. But right now, I'm in the middle of doing wheel bearings in the front. I need parts from O'Reilly's and they are delivering them. So we are going to drop the tank and change the fuel pump. We are swapping the fuel pump on this just because the sending unit doesn't work. The gas gauge just kind of bounces all over the place. It's not accurate. Unfortunately, it's all one assembly, but I'll have a link up here in the video and in the description for a new fuel pump if you'd like to order it from Amazon. It really helps us out. But otherwise, we're gonna dive right into this thing. So if you have a lift, makes life way easier, but you can do this on the ground. This tank's actually not as crazy as the newer stuff. So we're gonna come right in here. So you come underneath the driver's side to the front of the fuel tank. You will see we have our electrical connector up here, push pinned into the front of the tank. Let's see how this releases. There is a squeeze tab up here where my finger is. That needs to be depressed for this thing to come out. Let's pull it out of the push pin clip so we can get a better view of it. You can see from right there, it actually gives you this square. You press down on that square and then remove it. There it goes, boom, just like that. Now we need to get the fuel lines disconnected. We'll put this back in. You want to be very careful dealing with this stuff. I mean, it's almost 30 years old now. If you happen to still have one of these. All right, I don't know what size this guy is, but it looks like it's about this one maybe. So you gotta have one of these fuel line release things to get these fuel lines off. Oh. So you just wedge it up in there. You kind of press it towards it while you're pulling it. And then that'll get it off just like that. Ow. Hey. Ugh. All right, now that I've taken a nice bath in gasoline, the other thing you can do is you can pull out this little insert here. And goodness, let me just drain out this gas in here. You can press down on these little tabs right here carefully with a screwdriver and slide the line out over the top of it, and then remove this after the fact and put it back in the line. There's the two different ways you can go about removing these, which is how I had to do this side. I couldn't get my little separator thing in there. All right, so now that we got the fuel filter out, we're gonna come up here to the filler neck, which is just a little bit further down the driver's side in front of the tire here. With 8mm. Band clamp nice and loose. There we go. And now we're gonna use our hose removal tool, which I have around here somewhere. They're really great for breaking loose old hoses that are stuck. So you just put it in like that and just ream it around. And holy cow, this one has gummed on there, ain't you? Just like that. Normally it's pretty easy once it starts to break loose. Oh! With this filler neck loose, we're gonna start unbolting the tank. It's got two straps. The rear one is on the driver's side frame rail. It's a 15mm. That's where this bolt goes. So we're gonna start loosening that. There we go. So that'll drop this strap out. And then on the front side, it is actually on the inside next to the drive shaft is this 15mm. So you'll take this one out. And then we'll be ready to slowly start lowering the tank down and get access to the stuff on top of it. All right, slowly working her down. I had to call in some assistance to make sure it stayed balanced. There's a hose in the hose on the filler neck. I ain't never seen this before. So we're gonna try and take it free over on this end now and see what happens. Because we're going fast. All right, so we got the filler neck off on this end and inside hose came right out. So over here, you got one more fuel line with one of those connectors. You can see I just squeezed it and slid it off. This style is a little different, so I just wanted to show it to you. This goes to the evap canister here. There's actually two lines, but we only need to get the upper one off. So you're gonna squeeze it up here and then wiggle it off just like that. Bam.
Wait, you should be a little more descriptive about this hose inside the hose. You talked about it.
What do you mean?
By taking the filler neck loose from the tank side, the hose still lives inside the filler neck.
Yeah.
So that doesn't separate. So by taking it loose from the tank, it allows the part that goes into the tank that's like this long enough to come out and give you room to not twist the tank coming down.
Yeah.
But you didn't really explain.
Hose and a hose, man. Hose and a hose. You gotta take it off on this end. But you gotta take it off on that end to get enough play to drop it down to take this end off. It's kind of silly. But we're completely free and ready to come all the way down now. Silly, silly GM. And that was when this guy was there, so it's probably his fault.
No, it's not.
God, I'm good. Okay, sweet. So
Are
now...
you ballsy enough to leave it hanging like that to try to work on it?
Absolutely. This is how I did the last one. And then I can just take it right back up. All right, here we are. Here is the fuel pump itself.
You want me to stay here long enough for you to whack on it?
Probably. So we're gonna go ahead and pull this line, and this connector.
Wait, blow it all off with air first.
This connector has a blue pin that has to be lifted out. So we're gonna get that pulled out, then we can unplug it, and like he said, we will knock all this off and blow it off of there before we send anything down into the tank itself. All right, here we go, ready to remove it. We got all the loose stuff blown off of here. We squeeze both these fuel lines to get them off. Pull the tab out of the connector, and then it just lifts with a thumb just like that and comes off. And now you will see, I've never seen a fuel pump like this, but she's held in with a freaking snap ring. So I'm gonna grab some big snap ring pliers and see if we can't get that thing out of there. All right, we're gonna give it a go. I mean, I keep calling it retarded, but I'm gonna laugh when it's like way easier than your standard ring, which it 100% is gonna be. Yeah, this is way better. I take back all of the things I said previously. So there we go, snap ring out. Fuel pump should now break free and lift out of here, I would hope.
Or is that slap ring just locking in something else?
No, this should come out. Let me grab a screwdriver. I mean, this thing is from 1997, so it's a little grimy in there. There it goes. Hey! O-ring. Oh God, I'm gonna bathe in it again. Let's see if I can't just spill some of that back in here. God, this is such a sloppy job, y'all. It's such a sloppy job. Here we go. Go, go, quick, 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 quick. Ah! Ah! Don't eat my plastic. Here we go. New pump going in. Be a lot more careful with that guy. It's another one of those spring-loaded style pumps, just like the modern day Tahoe's, Yukons, Escalades, and it doesn't seem like this O-ring wants to fit down in here.
Lube it a little bit. You can put a little grease on the O-ring.
I'm gonna do it right. That's only the amount of force you gotta apply to this plastic, because it's that plastic, you know what I mean? Ugh. I can't get it to go. Ugh. I hate these style of pumps, dude. Like, with a f***ing passion. What we're thinking, dude. Oh!
One eternity later.
Ugh. So it wants to go in on one side, not the other. Oh, that's it. That's in. No! No! You had this string off!
It just came off.
Oh, no. Here. I'm holding it. This is horrible. You gotta spin it over here to where the space is in that notch. Yeah, there you go. Get it down. It's not down. It's not down. It's not down.
I see it's not down, but
it's not easy to hold it, dude. It's spring loaded, man.
push down harder on the pump.
Is that all the way in? All the way around?
This side's not.
No. No.
Right here. Wait, is that one in? I'm just not in this one right here.
Okay, hold on. Here. I'm gonna push on it.
Can't see the holes. Move your hand.
I can see it.
Can't see through your hand though.
That's where I have to push, unfortunately.
All right, ready?
Yep.
Go. Okay.
In. Yes.
In.
Oh wait, I left my fuel retaining clips on the other pump. That was so dumb. I hate those. All right, so I'm sitting here cutting this video, and I realized that we were so frustrated trying to shove that stupid pump in, I forgot to close it out and follow up. But all you do at this point, once you have that pump in, is just reconnect your line, switch click on with the fittings, plug that puppy in, and put it back in the truck. I will say, we fought that thing and fought that thing and fought that thing. I think if you take it off and set it on the ground, that might help. It might have been flexing the tank slightly being up on that stand. Although I've done newer models that have the spring-loaded pumps and they're just as hard on the ground or up in the air or wherever you have them. So they may just suck. I don't really know. But hopefully this video helps out like at least one person. If it does, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you want to see more.